Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Yes, that was the confusion, like what to say, because you guys are joining from different time zone. For me, it is good morning, and for all rest of you, good afternoon or good evening, whatever it is. So I see here people from like, okay, instead of wasting time, or maybe I will wait for other guys to join. So what we can do is, it is always better to start with the introductory 1 or 2 minutes introduction with each of us. So I can start with, I see Azhar is the first in the list. Hi, Azhar. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, morning, guys. So myself, Azhar. I'm based in Toronto, Canada. I'm currently working as a compliance lead for an insurance firm here. Basically from India. I've been in Canada for almost 10 years. Yeah, I'm looking forward towards this session and become a Power BI expert.
Yeah, and just if you don't mind, you guys can give your educational background also till now, what you have done, so that it will be easy for me to simulate.
Yeah, sure. So for me, I have my bachelor's in commerce, and from Canada, I did my post-graduation in accounting. I also have a few certifications in AML, ACAMS, and also currently working towards my CIA. Yeah, and also CSE. I don't know whether it's applicable to people in other parts of the country, but yeah, that's pretty much my educational background. I've also worked in a few banks here. I've worked with CIBC, TD, and been in banking for almost 4 years, and then I switched to insurance.
Oh, well, thank you, Azhar. That was a great introduction. Welcome to this class, and I hope you will really enjoy this one, because you are now very much close to the data analysis or data handling with the data. So you will love these sessions, and you will find that it is very useful for you. Thank you. Next in the list, I see here Farha. Hi, Farha. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, I am Farha. I am in London, England. I am 𝘂𝘓 qualified. I've been qualified thanks to the help of Keystone Academia, so I'm a big advocate of theirs. I work as a head of finance in the construction industry. Main purpose of coming onto this course for me is definitely we are inundated in finance with data, and it's making sure that they're assimilated and it's being able to be produced to the board directors or whomever in a concise and clear manner.
Oh, that's good. That is really exciting to know about that. You are already working in the industry which has the data-driven industry. Thank you for your introduction and welcome. Hopefully, you will enjoy this course. I see next in the list is Lazarenko Alexandra.
Hello, I'm Alexandra. I am a junior in college studying finance and accounting, and I am an intern at a financial services company. And I joined this call to learn more about data analysis and how to present data to, upper management.
Cool. That is good. Like, I mean, we have a mixed audience. You are intern, somebody is mid-level, somebody, and for that type of profile, which is senior level. So, but one thing I can guarantee you guys is like, Power BI is something which is really powerful. And let me just give a brief introduction about me. My name is Javed, and my background is like I'm computer science engineering graduate. Almost like 23 years of experience now. Mostly I was in the IT, like IT administration, IT management, and later part of the career, like I completed my PMP and all. Then I became a IT project manager, head of IT PMO. Then I'm leading IT PMO for different industries, like sometime it was retail, sometime it was real estate, sometime it was manufacturing. So most of my expertise is on the database, ERP, and project management. Power BI is like, I can recall 2016 onwards, like first time I used Power BI in 2017. But it is not a new concept or new technology, or it's not something very new. The idea remains from the beginning. Till the time I remember that first time I used a BI tool, which is the full form is business intelligence, the BI tool, in 2003. So that time there was no Power BI. There was something else. I remember that name of the application. It was Brio, BRIO. So this Brio tool was used as a BI tool at that time, which was really good. And later on, so many tools came up, like 𝘚𝘩𝘢. You must have heard about 𝘚𝘩𝘢. Then ClickSense, then Oracle Hyperion, and then SAS. So a lot of BI tools started coming up, and all the different software companies, they came up with their own BI tool. Even the big companies like Oracle, they came up with the Oracle OBIE, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition, OBIEE. They bought over Hyperion. There was a tool called Hyperion. So that was a BI tool. Same thing like SAP. They bought over one BI tool, MicroStrategy. So what I'm trying to say here is that the concept of BI is there since early 2000, 2001 and 2002 onwards. But Power BI, what Microsoft did, like every other company, Microsoft is also in the software application. So they also introduced the BI tool later. I mean, late they were in the game, but it was really good. The Power BI is another BI tool, and it took over the industry like anything. Nowadays, I don't see 𝘚𝘩𝘢 is being talked much about, or any other BI tool like SAS or whatever. Microsoft Power BI has taken over the industry, like because of the the feature of Microsoft's are always user friendly, easy to use, easy to learn, and of course they keep on adding the features and the powerful. They do it late. There are many times you will find that in the Microsoft application there are some error, or you can say not error, but gaps, or it's not perfect, but over a period of time it becomes very powerful and very good. So now what I'm trying to say here is I have been using this Power BI since 2017. Oh yes, Azhar, you want to say something?
Yeah, Javed, just want to confirm one thing or clarify one thing. For someone who doesn't have any IT experience, or who has like very basic Excel knowledge, how would it be to adapt or learn Power BI, in terms of the difficulty level? Just want to know.
Oh yes, no, this is very good, and I will encourage everyone to make our sessions lively and interactive by raising your hand, asking the question at the same time when you have when something is coming in your mind. Please don't get shy away from asking it anything. Very relevant question. How is it easy to? Okay. Let me ask another question with you. Do you know PowerPoint?
Yeah, I'm not an expert in PowerPoint, but basic functions making PowerPoint presentations. So yeah, those kind of stuff, yes.
Okay, so how did you learn about PowerPoint?
I didn't learn it. It was just you learn yourself, right? Like at school and all, you need to come up with presentations and you eventually learn it. Or maybe YouTube
Yes,
as well.
exactly. So this is where Microsoft products are. So they make it so user friendly. But only thing is, you need to just somebody tell you that, okay, these are the features, these are the options, and these are the way. Otherwise, you really no need to have any IT background or computers background. I mean, computer science background to learn this type of tool, and especially the Power BI. If you know, I hope, I mean, I am sure everyone today in this age knows Excel very much, especially people in the finance team, right? It is their day and night job. So anyone who knows Excel, even the basic usage of Excel, they can learn Power BI very easily. It is a copy of the Excel thing, but much in the advanced form. Is that satisfactory? Good.
Yeah.
So the two things. One is learning Power BI is the most easiest thing. Okay, let me just admit someone is waiting. So two things. One is that learning Power BI is the most easiest thing you can think of. How to use Power BI is not a big deal, right? Learn using Power BI is not a big deal. You will find a lot of tools on the YouTube or on the whatever, different learning platform. The question here is why you are in this class. Why you can, I mean, why you are not going to online platforms and learn. The problem with the online thing is they're not structured and they're not specific. It will give you option to think about, okay, how to use Power BI and what are the features in general. Here, what we are going to learn is using Power BI for specifically to the financial analysis. Financial analysis means everything you can think of, starting from your P&L, your balance sheet, your trial balance, your ledger, use ratios, whatever ratios you want, your quick ratio, or your asset turnover, your change in equity, your cash flow statement. And not only making report is not a big deal. You can make it in Excel. The thing is, Power BI is for making reports and dashboards which are dynamic. Dynamic in the sense that you can really make an interactive type of reports. You made a report of, let's say, income statement. Now, that should be dynamic. I want to go back by month, by quarter, by year, by territory, by country, different types of dynamicity should be there. For that, it should be easy, not to go through many steps. I just click and it's done. Okay, I want to see the income statement in base currency. So all the countries of this company showing in one USD as a base currency. But I want to change. If I select UK, then it should show me in GBP. If I select Canada, it should show Canadian dollar. It should automatically, it should be very dynamic. I don't need to read. Only thing is that on the background, for one time, I made my reports in such a way that in future, whenever I will use it, it will do the background job in no time. It is like a real time. So that is where the Power BI comes into picture. You can all do everything what you do in Power BI type of reporting and a BI tool. You can do it in Excel. Absolutely, I can guarantee that you can do it in Excel. But the problem with the Excel is that Excel is not a tool to really handle the big data, and secondly, the dynamicity of the data. Like if the data changes, then you have to change a lot of formulas in Excel, make sure that Excel works. Many times, maybe especially Farha can comment onto this one, that many times when you are maintaining reports on Excel, okay, let me check with Farha. What are the difficulty you are finding if you are making reports in Excel?
Oh goodness, it's always version control, it's updating data. We've had audit adjustments come through and everything changes. So I spent a day and a half, I'm still doing it, trying to adjust my data. It's so time consuming, which is one of the benefits of BI, because it's all interactive, it's picking up the correct live information. Yeah, exactly. You are, I mean, you are the experienced person, so you're giving exactly the challenges that it's like, you know, it's not that whether you can make a report or not, but it's the problem with the maintenance and the housekeeping of those reports that makes the nightmare, especially if you make reports which are to be, you know, reported to the higher management. Then you have to be really careful about making sure before releasing the report that it's a manual job. Like you keep on looking at, oh yeah, these figures are, and you keep on comparison of, you know, you're always worried about data accuracy, the consistency, and the formulas which are used. If there is no gap in the formulas, or there is no change because of new data coming in, and all, so many, you know, reporting problem is there while you maintain Excel. So that is why you can think of all these Excel thing, great reports. Maybe you have done very fantastic reporting in Excel, but think of that everything in Excel, whatever feature you are having in Excel has been upgraded onto a new platform called Power BI. Along with that, it is bringing a very different, powerful tools to make it more powerful reports in terms of two things. One is that it will be very dynamic report, and it will be real-time reports, and you don't have to, after that, once you are done, you really don't have to work backward to check the report's validity, data validity, or consistency or accuracy. You really don't have to worry about the formulas, or you don't need to really worry about the data. You're done. And second thing, you don't have to send manually to everyone who are using these reports. This is the best thing. Once you publish the report, so it will be like on website, your company's internal website, and whoever you send the link or publish to or give the access to, the person can just open the report and keep on looking at the report. You don't have to really manually send or inform or report the status. It is a real-time reporting which can be used by anyone who is using those reports. And of course, it has the security features like who can access what type of report, what level of report. I can give you example of, like, for example, you are working, you gave me the example of the construction industry. So you are working, you made a profitability report on the project-wise, different projects, but you don't want to give this access to all the project managers cannot see every project's report. You want to publish the one, but you don't want to make a separate report for every project manager or a project director. So you can make one report, project-wise profitability report, and you can publish it with the security access that only suppose I am a project manager, Javed is accessing this report. I will be not able to see the
profitability report of other projects. Only the projects which I have been allocated, I will be able to see. And the same other person who is looking at the same report will see only the project allocated to him or her in that case. So these kind of, security, accessibility, real time, all these features are extra added on top of what Power BI is offering in terms of making the report or developing the report and all this kind of thing. So I hope this introduction of the Power BI is good enough for you guys. Any other question so that I can start now? Okay, lately I see that two people have joined. One is Moiz Khan. So Moiz, what we have done is we have done a very quick introduction of each other. So what I would like to do is that you can also introduce in a minute or so from your background and your experience and what you are doing now.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Moiz from Saudi Arabia. Okay, actually, I am a management control in HR department, and I'm an expert somehow in Excel, and the beginner of the Power BI, and I want to expel my all experience towards the Power BI, and I want to work on it in HR perspective. That's all.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. So another another color added to the audience. So now Moiz is from HR background. So this is where Power BI is not for one particular department or section. It is a general business intelligence tool, and anyone can develop any report and utilize it for their day-to-day purpose or analytical purpose or other reporting purpose. So then in that case, yes, I need to really customize this session because if I will keep on talking only about finance, then after 2-3 classes, Moiz will leave the class. They say, what is this? Are you teaching Power BI or you are teaching finance? So I will try to make the flavor of both. HR reports also, which will be interesting to finance people because they are also doing in terms of turnover, headcounts, and salaries, and increments, and what kind of expenses you are incurring in terms of salary increase or in terms of the bonuses, all these kind of things. So let's have a case study for HR also, one element. Is that okay, Moiz?
Yes, it is okay. It is okay. Actually, I have also experience in the finance, but nowadays I'm totally they don't depend on me for HR reports or something dashboards. But I have also experience in finance, so it will be good. Hope so.
Oh, that's good to know. And what is your educational background?
Actually, I'm a master's in finance and management.
Okay. Sorry, I'm really sorry for that. I thought that you are from some other background. The moment you told me HR, so then I was not thinking that you are from finance.
I'm happy to learn everything. I have no issue to learn about it.
Perfect. Any other question, Moiz?
Thank you.
Well, okay, so this is good enough. I hope that we are now ready to explore this one. So the format of the class is this is the first class, so introductory class. So in this class, I'm gonna give you a very detailed orientation about first understanding what Power BI is all about in terms of application itself, in terms of the options it has, general idea about the options, that what are the options that will be explored during this during the next 10 weeks or so, 8 to 10 weeks, it depends. And the what I will do is that I will not go through step by step Power BI features that you can learn from internet. I mean, that's not a fun. What my class is that I will take one file as a case study and keep on exploring onto that, developing reports onto one data set. So, and that data set can be anything. I mean, you can also give me that, okay, I have this data set in Excel, and let's work on it. That is also fine. Suppose you have something for the entire HR related thing in an Excel file and you want to explore in Power BI, good. Or you have something related to the project, construction project related Excel file data, and maybe Farha will say that, okay, I want to explore in Power BI, no problem, let's do that one. That will be in fact good thing to do. My suggestion is that if you guys come up with a sample Excel file data and you say that I want to learn Power BI using my data, I know that this is the data, so this will be our format. Don't worry about the, you know, how we will do it, or how the other people will. No, I will make sure that everyone understand whatever data you bring, and if you don't bring any data, then I will bring up the data. So data is not a problem, because on the internet you can find a lot of sample data. There are a lot of data sets available. In fact, I came to know about this during this COVID thing when I was taking this data science course, and I wanted a lot of data. There are many websites which are offering even the, you know, data related released by government, US government or UK government or Canada, India. So there are websites which are offering you different types of data related to COVID-19 or pandemic or World Health Organization, or, you know, FDA from US or defense, or there are unlimited. So data is not a problem. We can agree onto one set of data, a common one, and then work onto that, and we will develop Power BI on top of that. One more person I see, Aqib is joined. Aqib, can you introduce yourself quickly, and then I can start the class?
Yeah, myself is Aqib 𝘑𝘦𝘥 from Kerala, India. My background is I am a business consultant in Kerala, and I have office in Oman also. Mainly, I am looking for this. I am using Google Studio for my clients for internal audits like that. I am using Google Studio, but I want to switch to this one, Power BI, and I am somewhat average in that Excel also. Now I want to explore this Power BI, and I want to give my maximum output to my clients. That's my intention.
Very good. Okay, I'm excited with you guys. Like, you are business analysts, so we have all the flavors. And for you, business analyst, yes, the most suitable tool to learn Power BI, because really it will help you to satisfy your client. So by end of the course, you will say that, yeah, you have taken a good step in learning this Power BI thing. And you know, to be honest with you guys, as I told you, 2017 I started using Power BI. I made a lot of reports wherever I was working. I was project manager for those companies, but because of the curiosity, I learned Power BI and developed many reports myself. Although I handled many teams like BI analysts and BI developers, I worked with them. But my personal interest took me to learn Power BI, and started taking the classes 2020 onwards. I have been taking the classes for Power BI. I don't remember the number of students of my classes. So yes, it is always, but still today I can tell you, let me reveal it. I cannot say that I am 100% knowing about Power BI. Still, there are many options for me to explore and learn in Power BI. It's so powerful, and it is so dynamic, and so Nowadays, it has opened up integration, API integration with Python and other tools, which makes it more powerful. With the AI assistant, oh my God, this is another one. So keeping it simple, let's start with the basic of Power BI. So I'm going to share my screen. So all different countries, time zone. Thank you very much. You guys have taken effort to join in a different time. Your times, like, you know, just to okay, I see Azhar. Before that, I just want to check with Alexandra. Sorry, I forgot the country you mentioned.
I'm from the United States.
Okay, so we have US, Canada, UK, Saudi Arabia, India. Yeah. So yes, Azhar, you're trying to say something. Please go ahead.
Hi, Javed. Just want to know whether these sessions are recorded.
Yes, it is already, as you can see on the screen, on the left-hand side, left-hand corner, there is some recording going on, and it is saying that 31 minutes passed.
Yeah, my bad, I didn't see that. Thank you.
No, it's fine. Absolutely fine. So it is automated. I keep on automated recording so that all of the class gets recorded. You will get the link on the WhatsApp group itself, or your subscription, whatever you've made with Keystone Academy. So even if you miss some class, but don't try to miss. Really, you know, my request, please don't try to miss the class, because my sessions are not pre-scripted. So it is like just now I completed one batch last week. Definitely it's not going to repeat the same thing. It's going to be different style and different, but it's not like my sessions will have something which maybe we will discover or explore something which was not given to the previous batch. That depends on the situation, you know. So, but as a whole concept is same. You discover ways out of your personal, I mean, your requirement. So it depends what type of reports and dashboards you're interested in, and what kind of scenarios you are exploring, and then accordingly you create something in Power BI. That is what I see. So try to join the class directly. By any reason you're not able to join, don't worry. The classes are always recorded and you will get the link. All right, guys, so let me share my screen, and I hope that you all have downloaded the Power BI desktop version. Am I right saying that you all have downloaded the Power BI? Okay. So, okay, don't worry about this whole thing. So I'm just trying to share you which we completed yesterday. I mean, last 8 weeks. Yeah, eight weeks we have been doing with other batch. So this is what, you know, reports you will see that this type of reports like sales revenue, gross profit, net profit, then P&L, then P&L with everything onto one, along with the gross profit, before tax, then operating profit, before profit before you know, tax and insurance, net profit, all this kind of thing. Then balance sheet. In a balance sheet, not only the balance sheet as a regular one, you have different types of visualization, current ratio, quick ratio, receivable, asset turnover, gearing ratio, inventory period, and all. Then we have this ledgers, simply, showing in the. Then we have trial balance. Then there are different concepts of moving average and moving balance. Then we have by currency, amount in USD, amount in local currency with different country in one report, that P&L. Then daily exchange rate, which is very dynamic, budget versus actual, So these kind of reports. So this is what Power BI is all about, where you make this kind of report. So before getting into this one, what you do is first you can do along with me is that in your Windows, when you have installed the Power BI desktop, you will see this Power BI desktop. So what I will suggest you is that you open this Power BI desktop, whatever you have downloaded. Once you open it, you will find that a blank worksheet opens. So what you do is, in my class, what I suggest is always do it along with me, what I am doing on the screen. And just give me a moment here to, instead of confusing the screen. So all of you, please suggest that you are now. Let me share my screen again, and confirm me that you are there in the Power BI application. If you are not, then I can wait for you, but I want you to open the Power BI application. So when you see that, when you open the Power BI desktop, you will find a screen which says that get started. So just close the window, the yellow color screen. Wait a second, I can. So when you try to open Power BI desktop, you will find this one, Power BI desktop, get started, new update. So don't try to do this one, otherwise, it will ask license and all. Just close this screen, the yellow one here on the top. So I'll take a pause, 30 seconds. If anyone not here, please respond by unmuting your mic. That I have to wait, otherwise I will keep on moving. Okay. Perfect, guys. So now when you open any Power BI, you will find this screen, which are there in front of you. So there are some sections here which you should know about. Okay. Now, first thing is that this screen which is there open on your desktop is local to your computer. So this is this version of Power BI desktop. There are actually two versions. One is the Power BI desktop, which is exclusively for developing the reports and dashboards. And there is another version which is Power BI services, which I will show you later on, which will be for users to use your reports which you have developed, or any users just to use it, and with a little bit of editing option. So mostly people who want to develop a report, new reports or dashboard, they should use this version, Power BI desktop, which is local to your computer, local to your desktop. But don't worry, it can connect to any data, not even any data means, okay, let me open up. Who can give me the example of data sources? Because data are not here in this local one, in your local desktop. So from where it can bring the data? Please unmute your mic and suggest about it, that from where the data can come. Any idea? Akib, you are early user of Power BI.
Yeah, a little bit. I think from when we have the data in Excel, we can import data from no. We can import the data to Power BI through that option. Import data from Excel like that. That you're asking, no?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Very good. That it shows that you are already using Power BI. Your answer is, so as you can see in the front of your screen here, there are something here, add data to your report, right? So now this add data to your report means, because how you will, any report that you want to make need data. You are making a report on top of a data, right? So where are these data? You're saying that import data from Excel. Number one, import data from SQL Server. This is a proper database. Normally in companies, in organization, you will have a proper server where the database server, where the data are sitting. So it's not for the corporate organization that you should have the data in Excel and all. No, there will be proper application, but that application will be storing or pumping the data to store somewhere, right? So it could be SQL Server database, it could be Oracle database, it could be any other IBM DB2 database, some database. So here it is by default, the icon is showing SQL Server because Microsoft product SQL, right? And then it is saying paste data into a blank table. You can create one here. So this is the shortcuts here, but it is not that. Let me show you one option here on top. Can you see this get data? Now this get data is then icon here on top screen where it can connect to data from multiple sources. And the first thing which I want to show you here is this. When I click this, don't think that it is only these many sources. I will click on the more. Now, the number of data sources it can connect is overwhelming. It is like, oh my God, this is too much. Let me explain you here. When I clicked on the get data and more, it opened up this window. Now you see here, these are the number of databases or data sources it can connect. Let me show you, take you through a few of the examples here. Number one thing, it can connect to data in Excel file, which can be in your computer or it can be on another's computer or on the, OneDrive or SharePoint or whatever you call it, right? It can connect to CSV file, bring the data. connect to XML type of file, JSON. These are the different type of, it's a more, CSV is not that structured, but XML is more a structured type of data where it can connect, bring the data. It can even connect to a PDF. And if some data are there in a tabular form, like your electricity bill or your bank account or bank statement, it can bring that data also for analysis. It can connect to PDF, extract the data from that, if that is in tabular format in the PDF, and bring that one for your analysis in Power BI. It can connect to database called Access database, SQL Server database, SharePoint folder. It can connect to IBM database, Oracle database, Sybase, Postgre, SAP HANA database. SAP is a very famous ERP application. Postgres, SQL database, Amazon Redshift database. Some company, their data are sitting on Amazon Redshift. Google BigQuery database, Impala, Sbase. These are all databases. Okay. Now let me take you further down. You will be surprised to see Hadoop database, Spark database. These are all database. Don't worry. Then Salesforce is a very famous application. It can connect directly to the Salesforce database. It is a CRM application, right? Google Analytics, GitHub, LinkedIn. It can connect to your LinkedIn profile and whatever data, say, for example, you have some postings and activity in the various groups. It can bring those data for your analysis. You can do the analysis onto that, LinkedIn data. It can connect to, I really don't know what is this Marketo and all. QuickBook is an accounting software. It can connect to QuickBook and bring the data for your analysis. It can connect to, you see here, web. You know what this web is? Literally, you can type the URL. I'll just click here, the web, and show you what it does mean. Literally, you just need to type URL, website address, and say, OK, it will bring the data from that website for your data analysis. OK, so this is one thing you should know and you should explore. We have to explore. Now, how much you should explore? It depends on your profile. For you guys, I will not suggest you to waste time into this one because you're not data analyst, right? This is the job of the data analyst to explore this one more. But for you guys, you just need to have a basic idea of the data coming from the sources. So maybe 2 or 3 we can explore. One is that we can explore Excel, and this is an important one. Excel is always there. And we can try to get the data from web. We can try this one out. And that's it. Database and all. I don't think that you need to get into that because that's not your profile. So what I'm trying to say here is that these things are called data connector. Just note down this word. Again, I'm sorry. My class is not scripted. I cannot provide you any presentation or anything, but it is recorded. So these things are called data connector. Now this data connector, and that is what you must have heard about, a word called API. API means application programming interface. So these data connector APIs are already there, built in, where it can connect you to other database or data sources from different third party. And they have already written this data connector APIs where it will be able to bring the data from different sources and then allow you to do the data analysis. Is that making sense, guys? Please ask any question whenever you find that you're not able to understand. Or if you are lazy in unmuting, then just give me a thumbs up. It will be good enough for me to proceed. Thank you. Okay, that was awesome. And even you can do the clapping if you like it. All right, no worries. Jokes apart. So guys, the most important thing or most important or powerful feature of Power BI is its ability to connect to a data source, to bring the data and do the analysis. That's the in short. So this is a very good one. We will discover onto this one. We'll keep on discovering that how it works. Don't worry about this, okay? But as a today's first class, I just want to give you a general understanding of what this get data thing is. Perfect. Now, once you bring a data here, there are few things which you need to have a concept. Okay. Number one thing is that this blank space here is the one where you will create the report. This is this area, the entire. So this is the canvas, and you see here page 1. Page 1 means this is a report 1. So I can just rename it. Right click here in the page 1 and say rename. So I will say report number 1, whatever name I want to give here. So this will become my one page, one report. I can keep on adding here new page, right click, rename P&L. Okay, then right again click, rename balance sheet. So like this, I have these many different reports in one file, you know. So this is the section in the lowest one, the lower bar is for the creating different reports in one file, right? So that is where the concept is, that you don't have to really create different file, but in one file you can keep all your reports created. Okay, so we will come back to this one later. This is nothing but just a concept for you to understand that here in one. So this is going to create one Power BI file where you will have these reports. Apart from this one, right hand side, this section. So let me just open up this section. So 3 sections are there. One is called fields, then visualization, then filter. Fields are the section where whenever you will get the data, all these columns or the fields. Let me just open up an Excel file. Okay. No, don't worry, not this file. I'm just trying to open up my. Okay, let me open a GL data file. So these are called, you know, feed. Normally, you know, in Excel. So these are called field, right? So this is a data. This is called columns or fields, and these are the records, right? So here I can see that 13 records are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields, 6 columns are there. So this is when I will upload this data in Power BI. What will happen? This will appear here in the field section. So let me just open up my existing Power BI thing. See here. So when I upload the data here in the right hand side data section, all my tables are here. So for example, my chart of account table. And these are the fields here. Account, account key, account sorting. So this is nothing but to make you understand that the table which was here, chart of account, the account key, report, class, subclass, subclass 2, account, and sub account. So these are the columns. So that is what it is showing here, that so when you import any of this data, so those tables which you have imported here will appear here for you to work. And for that, you just do this is the table name, and these are the field names: account, account keys, amount. Sorry, let me open chart of account. Account key, class, report, sub account. Exactly same as the Excel file. The column names are appearing here. So this section is giving you that these are the tables and these are the columns inside that table which you have uploaded here for the making the report. Is that clear here? Data section. Perfect. Thank you. So this is one. The second one is the visualization pane. Okay, this is the most important thing, and that is where you will learn everything. And 90% of your time is 80% of your time is on this one, because this is what the fun part of Power BI is, that there are, and you must be aware of all these things. I know you use Excel. It's not a very new alien concept for you. There are different types of charts here: a stack chart, a stack bar chart, a stack column chart, clustered bar chart, clustered column chart, line chart, area chart, then line and a stacked column chart. Everything is there in Excel. This is funnel chart, scatter chart, pie chart, donut chart, tree chart, map, like you can display your data as a geographical map, where the sales is happening, how much sales is happening, in which country, which cities. So it will connect to the Google Maps, and it can bring those geo coordinates, field maps, then gauge, all these. Not only this much, this is just a default one, but actually you can get more visuals. There is an option here, and you can get more visual from the marketplace. There are free and paid visuals, which you can bring it in your Power BI for your purpose, which you like. That if you don't find something which you wanted to show the data, like there are many other visuals. Okay, many different types of the visualization, like timeline slicer, date picker, or gauge chart, thermometer, KPI percentage gauge, tornado chart. Different, so many visualization are there, which you can select if it is free. Some are free, box and whisker plot, performance flow. So different type of, suppose, let me see if it is free. Aster plot, no, it is locked, right? Let me show some free one. This is all, let me see, KPIs. Okay, the guys are making money. Everyone has locked. Okay, guys, is there anything sort by Power BI certified? Okay, no, certified will be always like, dial gauge. Add it here. So it should come up here in my visuals. Okay. Yeah, see, the dial gauge thing has come up. So this is where the visualization thing is there, which you will, and all these, whatever you are seeing, these are the one of the visualization, like if I go to balance sheet, this is nothing but using one of these visualization and the data. So your visualizations are here, which you will use, and your data are here, columns, which you will use for the visualization. For example, I'm just clicking on tree map. So when I click here, this visualization, it is showing me that I have used this tree map. You see here, it has highlighted. And inside this, I have used the columns called account and balance sheet value. From where? Here. From this table, this column account, which is this one. And from the GL table, I have used this field balance sheet value, which these two have been used from this data side for using this visualization. So it's a combination of which type of visualization. For example, this donut chart. If I click this donut chart, it is showing me, oh, this has been used. This visualization has been used. And what are the fields? Account and balance sheet value. The same columns, account and balance sheet. One is like this and one is like this. Different visualization, right? But if I click here onto this part, balance sheet itself, this one balance sheet is not showing this. It is showing this one. You see highlighted matrix type of visualization. And what are the fields used from the chart of account, class, subclass 2. These are the fields which have been used. These are the columns which have been used. Balance sheet value as the value and date, year, quarter, and month. From the calendar, you see here, date field has been used. So this is where combination of what type of visualization you want to show data and which data you want to show in that visualization. This one is the main thing to start with learning the Power BI. Right? So these two fields, one is the data pane, another is visualization pane, and third one is the filter pane, which is like for any report or any visualization, you want to add a filter on. Just like in Excel, for example, if I see here that if there any filter is there, no, all filters are there. But if I click here, ROE, okay, this is all. Okay, let's go to. We go to, where is that? Click here. Yeah, so now this one, the filter is, if I click on the column called report, I'm clicking on profit and loss type of account. So this is the filter, filtering the data that I want to show only those accounts which are profit and loss type, not the balance sheet account. So the filter pane is used to filter the data in your visualization. So we will learn all these things, that how to use this one to make your report. So one is that all your data tables and columns. Second one is the visualization type. And then there are many visualization type plus the formatting the visual to make it more attractive, you know. Then you have data analytics, visualization analytics to make it more dynamic. So you have these three components in the visualization. One is the build visual, one is the format, and one is the analytics. And then you have the filter, different filter on the visualization, filter on this entire page, or filter on this entire report. So we will learn about these three things. So one is your canvas where you build the report. Okay, so you are making P&L, then balance sheet, then sales and budget. So different reports you are making by using these visualization, and under that visualization using these columns, and then adding any filter for that particular visualization. So canvas, filter pane, visualization, and data. These are in front of you. Whenever you open a Power BI report, these are the first thing which you see on the screen. Is that okay, guys? I mean, till here, you're all fine. Yes, Farha, you have a question.
Yeah, it's just I guess reconfirmation. So from my understanding, what you do is you load up the data, then you kind of select the data that you want in the data tab. You click on the visualization and how you would want to visualize that data, and then you can further drill into it by putting in filters. Is that what you're in summary saying to me? How I would, let's say, import a very basic spreadsheet?
Yes, absolutely, yes. And a quick one, just let me, what I'll do is that I'll just say plus. So this is a blank here, right? So a quick one, let's say I just go here to the GL table, and there is something called amount. Now, good part is that Power BI also does something by its own intelligent feature. So if I just click here on the amount, you know what will happen? It has already selected one visual from here, which is clustered column chart, and it has created here amount.
Yeah.
Just one bar graph. Already it has selected by itself.
Yeah.
And in this one visualization, if I just go and select the territory and click on the country, isn't it cool? It's so easy.
Yeah. It almost does the work for you. It's intuitive.
Yeah, intuitive. And this is by default. It has selected this visual effect, right? But if I click this one, donut chart, the entire data, which is the GL amount by country, it will become like this.
Yeah.
Right. So no, don't worry. We will go through this step by step. But just for, since you asked this question, I like it. I thought, okay, let me show you how it works. So now it will be more clear to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, Azhar, you have a question? Please go ahead.
Javed, for the visualization that you just showed, where is that data coming from? Like, was it just randomly just showing, or was it from the previous data that you uploaded?
Yes, it was the previous data which was imported from by using this get data. I will come back to that one. Let me just remove this. So what we talked about is that when you select this get data, right? When you selected this get data, okay, let me, sorry, I have to share my screen differently because I keep on moving this. Stop sharing, share it. Okay, I'll share this. Now it will be easy for me. Okay, so what I was telling you is that when I click on this new page, so we are saying that these tables, after a few minutes, we will be doing this exercise importing the data. Don't worry, I'm going to share that file with you guys, and you will do that. So these tables which were imported using this get data, and all these tables are having data in its by itself. From there it is coming now. You here in this data pane, for example, if I click on the table GL, TBL GL, I can see the column name. But your question was, where is the data? I cannot see the data here. I just see the column name, right? Okay. Now here on the left hand side, and this was a very natural question which you asked, which I was about to go to the next section, which was about showing the data. So here on the left hand side, you have four options, four icons here. One is the report view. The report view is this one where we are. The second one is table view. Now this is where all these tables which are seeing here will be reflected here with the data. So if I click on the table view, it takes me to this section. And now you see here, all my tables are as it is, which was the data. But if I click on the table GL, these are the data here. You see, column names are there, but also it's just like Excel. So here it is showing me that these are the data which were imported by using this get data option. Is that making clarity, Azhar? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, it does, yes.
Yeah, so we will talk more about this one, but yes, very good question. So the data are sitting here now. This data which was there in Excel, now it is in local in your Power BI. So Power BI is now handling this data. So all this table, like for example, if I click on the budget file, this is the data. If I click on the chart of account, this is the data. Territory. So territory key 1, USA, Canada, Germany, Canada, France, Australia, like this, right? So you have this section called table view where you can see your data, which you will be using for visualization. So the first section is the report view, which is the default one where you build your visuals using the visualization, using the columns, and using the filters. The second view is your data table view where you can have a data analysis by yourself manually for your data, looking everything is fine, or you want to, there are more things we'll learn about. You can add new columns and all, new measures, new column and all. And then the third view is the model view. All these tables which you are seeing in the data view. Now these tables are shown like this. This is called data model. Just note down the term data model. You can go ahead and explore on the internet. But having this session in the classes differently. Now what you see is what you believe. So data model is this one. Means this data model is nothing but the representation of those table and the columns in the table in a pictorial diagram with the relationship with each other. For example, how many of you know the VLOOKUP in Excel? You make it this 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, everyone knows about VLOOKUP, right? So imagine the VLOOKUP thing. For example, you're sitting here in GL, table GL. You have amount and you have account key, right? Let me go back to the table view. Let me take back to your table GL. Here you have the amount and you have the account key 10, 20, 30, 40, these are the amounts. Think about the JV which was passed. So 10, 20, 30, but you don't know what is this 10, 20, 30, which is sales account, cost of sales account, fixed assets, or depreciation. What is this 10, 20, 30? You don't have this detail. But when you're passing the JV, you don't have to type the detailed description. You just take account key or GL code and the amount, debit and credit. Now, for the account key 10, 20, 30, 40, the detail of these account key are here in the chart of account. If I click on the chart of account, table chart of account, you see here 10, 20, 30, 40, all these account key. Reporting type is balance sheet or profit and loss. This one. Then class is asset, subclass is asset. Account is cash and cash equivalent, receivable, inventory, profit and loss, account key 210, profit and loss, trading account, class is sales, subclass is sales, So this is the detail. So that means if I have to show this GL, all that P&L statement, I cannot show only 10, 20, 30, which doesn't make any sense. I need to bring the description of this account key. Then I have to go here in the chart of account and show that these sales, cost of sales, right? All this P&L account, that sales, cost of sales, marketing, administration, amortization, taxation, all these, maybe account, this one, I want to go up to this level. How I will go? Anyone? How can I get these instead of account key in the GL? I want this description. How can I do that?
You'd have to link the account key to the name of the account.
Absolutely, very natural answer and very straightforward answer, that it has to link this account key here in this chart of account with the common key is the account key. In the table GL, you have the account key, right? In this table. And here also you have the account key. So these two common fields need to be linked, right? This is where the data model is doing. So my table GL, which is here, is having account key, and the table chart of account is here. Now, what is the link between these two? If I just bring the mouse over this line, it is showing me the account key from one table to account. That is the VLOOKUP thing it is doing. And if I just double click here, these things you will learn later on in detail. This is the relationship from the table GL account key is linked to the table chart of account key. This is the link between these two. And what is the relationship cardinality? Cardinality is that, is it one-to-one relationship, many-to-one, one-to-many, you know? So obviously in the GL, one account key can appear multiple times because you are passing JVs, right? If it is a telephone bill expense, it's not one time. It can be same account key 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Every day you are passing, right? So it can be occurring many times. But here in the chart of account, let's say cash and cash equivalent 20, it will be only one. The definition of the cash and cash, the account key 20 is, the description is this, it is belonging to asset, is this. So it is only one, but here it can be many, right? So the cardinality is from here, table GL to chart of account, many to one. So once it is linking, whenever the account key 10 appears here, it will come here, get the detail. Second time, it will come here, VLOOKUP, right? So that is what the data model is. And all the tables which have been imported here, there is a link between each one. Like for example, here in the table GL, one was the account key, and then there was another one which is called, you see here, okay, I have made so many measures, so where is that territory key? So between these two tables, territory key to territory key, right? What is that territory key? QRST. Okay, anyway, so I just need to make it one. So here between this territory key, account key, yeah, sorry, it was there only. So this is where it's showing territory key, right? So between these two, what is the relation between this? You see? So GL is having territory key. So if I go back to the GL table, now it is showing me account key, then territory key 1, territory key 2, territory key 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, let's go. So there is a table called territory, table territory. In the end, you can see. If I click that, okay, 1 means USA, 2 means Canada, 3 means UK, 4 means Germany. So that means if I want to know or display the country name in the GL, so in the GL table, if I want to display the country name, instead of 1, I want to say US. So I have to link the territory key to the territory key in another table. So which is this one. So for territory key, it will always go here in another table and find the name of the country and the region. For account key detail, it will always go here in the chart of account and link with the account key and find the name of the account or subclass or class, subclass, subaccount. So this is how the relationship is maintained in the data model. It is called entity relationship diagram, ER diagram. Just note down ER diagram. You can Google search and you will find a lot many. My suggestion is, okay, don't go too much detail, but at least you should know the definition, because ER diagram is a common terminology used for expressing this one data model. So the data model is always like this. Now Power BI maintains this automatically. Earlier, we were making this data model by ourselves using some tool. So that was so difficult life. Now what Power BI is doing, automatically whenever you import the different tables and it finds the common key between the table, automatically it just do that data link. The relationship between these two tables. That's automatically done, but still there is a chance of things not getting done properly. If suppose here you found that account key is the common key, what if the account key name is different in this two table? In one table it is called account key here in the chart of account, but here it is called GL key. The name is different. Then in that case, you can join these two. Very simple. For example, I'll just delete. If I delete this relationship, suppose it was like that, and here it is called account key and here it is called GL key. For example, I'm just giving example. In that case, it's not difficult. What you have to do is you say that, oh, this key is related with this key, account key to account key here. Just drag and drop here, done. Power BI will automatically create the relationship and you have to say save and it's all done. All right. So this is what the powerful thing is. Drag and drop relationship, data model is ready. So this is one thing which you should know, because if the relationship VLOOKUP is not there or not proper or not correct, then your report will get affected. So only thing is that you need to have a little bit of sense of relationship between the table and coming to this section, which is called model view, to make sure that your tables are connected with each other in a proper way. For that, you need to have a little bit of analysis here of the table and the common keys between the table. Even if the name of the common key is not the same, here it is called account key, and there in the chart of account, if it is called, instead of account key, it is called GL key. But you are seeing that, oh, this is 10, 20, 30, 40 here. And here also this account key is 10, 20, 30, 40 here. So that is what the common between these two. You need to just make sure that these keys are linked. Otherwise, your reports will give a different or wrong results. As in Excel, you must have witnessed that sometimes your VLOOKUPs are not working because of the data mismatch or data format mismatch, or some data error in between, it breaks. That is where you have to, same thing, you have to make sure this is a one-time thing. After that, you don't have to redo the whole thing again and again whenever you are using the report. It's just a one time. The first time when you imported this table and when these tables were created, that time you have to just make sure, and then after that you come back to your report view and start working here. Is that fine, guys? Give me thumbs up and we can proceed. Very good. So now, today, as I promised you that if you'll do one small hands-on, I just don't want to overwhelm you with so many things, but these are the basic things, basic understanding of Power BI concept. So what I will do here is let me bring the blank file. Just let me know you guys need a break or something like that. Otherwise, it's fine. So what I will show you here is one thing, and then I will ask you to do the same thing. Is that let me. Okay, guys. So here, what happens is that when I open a brand new, here on the top, you see it is showing untitled Power BI desktop. So untitled means I have not saved this file. So first thing I want to show you, as usual in like Word, Excel or PowerPoint, you go to File and you say Save As. So when you say Save As, so your report should be saved in one file here, right? As usual. Like Word files are doc file, the extension is docs. Excel file is extension is .xlsx. PowerPoint is .pptx. Nowadays, Power BI extension is, it will saved as a PBIX. The type of the file is PBIX. So if I give here my whatever name, my first report, and I choose my download folder, my first report, and just say save. So the untitled on the top has changed to my first report, Power BI desktop. Okay, so this is, a general concept that I saved it into one file called my first report, and that extension is .pbix. Now, what I'm going to do here is that I will get data from Excel workbook, and that too I will use the GL data file. So before that, let me show you or brief you about that GL data file. So the GL data file is, okay, hide. Okay, GL data file has 4 tables. One is the GL chart of account, territory, calendar. GL is, this table is nothing but normal, you can imagine of the dual entry, the JVs getting passed, and it has all these date wise, entry number, amount, and the account key and territory key. So this has been like, so it is a transaction file, GL file. All your GL entries are here. Okay. Then you have these are the master file. So we call it as a transaction file, GL. And then for each one, like territory key, so you will have a master file territory. Account key, you will have another master file called chart of account. Then date, we have another master file, calendar. The reason of this I will show you. So let's say these are the 4 tables. One is the transaction file, GL file. Then for the account, you have this chart of account. For each account key, you have the type of the account, balance sheet or profit and loss. And then for each account, class, subclass, account, and sub-account. So till this level, 6 levels, 6 segment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, you have this. So, and then you have another one, territory master file. For each territory, you have the country and the region. And then you have calendar. Now for each date, what they have done is they have made it like year, quarter, month, day. So it is like this. This is done for the purpose of having better, you call it as a more, parameters or analytical parameters where you can drill down by quarter, by month, by day, by year. So the date has been formatted in this way. So this is a master file called calendar. So for each date, for example, here GL date 1st January 2018. So for that 1st January 2018, year is 2018, quarter 1, Jan and month. This is done for the purpose of if you want, I mean, this will give you more detailed level of analysis. You can slice and dice the data up to this level. You can go up to the day level. Okay, so these are the 4 files which we'll be working on. One is the transaction file and other are master file, chart of account, territory and calendar, which all 3 are linked here. The territory is linked to the territory table, account key is linked to the chart of account, and date is linked to the calendar. Now, just a quick one. Let me remove the filter, clear filter. Just a quick one, account key equals to VLOOKUP account key, comma, we'll come to chart of account and select this one, comma, and I want to return the account description. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6 column, false. What is the problem? Okay. Oh, sorry, false. My bad. So if I do the VLOOKUP account key to account key, I was able to get this from the chart of account, this column, right? That is what the, but in Excel, you have to do the VLOOKUP, but in Power BI, let me show you. So I'll delete this. You don't have to do all this type of thing, VLOOKUP and this kind. You have to just say this account key is mapped to this account key. That's it. One relationship between the 2 tables. After that, you want this column, you want this column, you want this column, whatever column you want to show in the, you don't have to keep on writing the relationship again and again for each one. No, it is one time relationship established, and then you can extract any of these columns in your visualization for that relationship. That is the powerful thing. So let's say, okay, I save it and go back to my Power BI and I say get external data or directly click from here, Excel workbook. These are the shortcuts made. So I will say GL data file and say open. When I do that, the very important window comes up. This one is called Power Query Editor. Okay, now this window, navigator window, now you see what it is doing. Exactly that Excel file and all the tabs here in that Excel file. Table calendar, chart of account, table GL, and territory. But anyone of you can tell me why it is repeating again calendar, chart of account, GL, and territory 2 times. If I see the data here, suppose calendar, okay, TBL calendar, right? If I click, this is the calendar data. And then again calendar here, it is here. If I click TBL GL, The data is here, and the same data entry, date, territory. If I click GL, anyone, the reason of this one.
Is it already making a relationship, seeing that is it trying to distinguish the fact that there's a relationship there?
No, what I'm saying is the same table being repeated, not the relationship, but I'm saying that table territory is this one, right? Again, territory is this one. Why 2 times? In Excel, it was only one sheet, right? Let me just bring.
It's duplicated it.
Yeah, so let me bring up the Excel. Yes. So in this Excel, you see here GL, chart of account, territory, and calendar. So these are the 4 tables, and I was expecting that these 4 tables, which is the name is these 4 sheets, GL, territory, chart of account, calendar, exactly the same name, right? So this is fine. But what is this TBL calendar, TBL, GL, TBL? So you guys, that means I want to see that who has worked on Excel more. Okay, this only that person who has worked Excel extensively and is super user in Excel can answer this question.
Yeah, you are asking about table. Yeah, for that table, our data is converted to table format. That is showing that table, no?
Yes, very good, very good. Thank you. That shows that you work on Excel, right? So what happened here is that if it is a normal data, then it is fine. It will take sheet. But actually, on the top, you see here the table design. This entire range of the data has been renamed as a table name called table GL. Right. So this data or this sheet has been converted as a table. That is why you know how to convert it as a table, right? So one is the sheet itself and one is the table. Now Excel is treating it as 2 things. One is the normal worksheet and one is the table. That is why it is representing 2 times. For example, I'll just give you example here. If I do this, now for me, so this is a sheet 1 here, right? Normally is this data. If I keep it like this, then it will be treated as a once. But if I select this and format is as a table, any format, right? But this is one thing is that it has been formatted, right? So if I format it as a table, on top, one is the format and here is the table name. So I can give here any name, TBL project. So now if I do that, what's happening here is one is the name of the sheet 1, and one is the name of the table project. So this is imported in Power BI, it will show me 2 times. One is the sheet 1 and one is the table project. This is where it is getting. It is showing me GL. This is normal one, right? So this is showing me GL sheet itself. And that second time it is showing me TBL GL. It is showing me TBL GL. So it is showing me 2 times because one is the normal sheet and one is the formatted as a table. So it is, so what what I will say, and this, you can distinguish between these two as a, you see here, it is tabular icon, and this is normal sheet icon. So suggestion is you should utilize this tabular one because it's a structured, it is structured in a tabular form. So that is good for the data analysis. So don't use this one, use the tabular form. So what we are going to use, all these four tables, table GL, then table chart of account, then table territory, and then table calendar. So we will import these four tables in our Power BI. How to import? Load. When you say load, what's going to happen is it is loading all these four tables, as you can see. And once the load is completed on the fields, this side fields, you will see that all these four tables will be here. They apply changes. Now in this side, you see here, it is bringing up in the field side. So now it is creating connections in the model. You remember in the data model relationship, so it is doing that job. It has imported the tables, columns, data. Now it is creating the connection. Now it is loading the data to the models. So first imported the structure, created the relationship. Now it is 149 KB, 107 KB, 113 KB, 1 MB, loading the data from the file. Now number of records, 27,000 in GL, 54,000 in chart of account, 7,000 in territory, 1,096 in calendar. These are the actual data loaded, number of rows. So it is doing these four things. One is bringing the table, columns, creating the relationship, loading the data. Done. Now you see here on the side, you have these four tables already uploaded here. And if I just click here, table calendar, these are the columns, chart of account, these are the columns, GL, these are the columns, and table territory, these are the columns. So it has uploaded all these tables with the columns. And if I go here in the data model on the left hand side of the screen, if I click that one, it will take me to the data model view. And I just need to so it has created the model with the relationship wherever it was possible. So account key to account key, chart of account key connected, territory key to territory key connected, but table calendar was not connected. Reason. Let's go to the data view. So I was expecting that this table calendar should be connected with the GL because both are having a common field called date, right? Here is also a date, and in the table GL, there is a date. So both are having dates as the common field, but it is not connected. Any reason? For each field, if you see here, for example, account key. Now this account key, there is a data type whole number, right? So it is a whole number. You know that data type text, whole number, date, logical or whatever. So for each field, there is automatically it has selected as per the Excel format that this is the data type whole number and format is whole number. For amount, it is taking amount as the whole number. Format is whole number. That's fine. Date, it is taking this column date as the data type is date. You see here there are a lot of data types: whole number, decimal, fixed number, text, true or false, date, date time. So this is date is fine. What is the format? Wednesday, March, long date. This is the format it has taken. Let's go back to the calendar table and select the date and see the format. So here also Wednesday, March, everything is same, but still it has not picked up the relationship between this date and this date. Right. So now if I start working on reporting, then my report will not work. If anything comes with this quarter, month, year, I want, so there is no VLOOKUP for the date for getting the date, month and quarter. So only in that case it will not work. Otherwise the reports are fine. So no worries. Even if it is not created due to some reason, I can always connect this date to this date. Just drag and drop. It's so simple. So a little bit slowness is there because I have opened too many files, but normally it is not that slow. Okay, so now this date is connected with this calendar day. This account key is connected with this account key, and this territory, all the VLOOKUP thing is done. Yes, Akin.
Yeah, from that table GL, we are selecting that date and just drag and drop to that table calendar like that, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was since it is slow, I didn't understand that one.
Okay. No. It is just drag and drop to the corresponding. Yeah. It will create the. Will create the. If I double click here, if I bring the mouse here on this line, double click this line, it will open up the window to show the relationship. It is saying table GL date is related to table calendar date. So that's what the relationship is. Okay, so this is the one-time thing done. Now, yes, Azhar.
Why wasn't it connected initially when we first, compile the data?
Yeah, that is where I was also trying to figure it out why it was not connecting, because I tried to see the format is same, name is same. Power BI was not able to do that.
Okay.
There must be some reason. Okay, I will give you a hint. Just when I will share this file with you, so you have this date here, right? And calendar date is also here. So you just need to find out that the real format here, that what was the format of this date. Something is wrong with the, where if there is a slight difference, there is some difference between this date and the date column here in the GL. Something is different. Okay, something is different. What is that different? And that's where it was not able to connect. Okay, So I will leave for you guys to explore. Yes, Akib? You want to ask something, Akib? Or it was a previous question?
No, it was previous question.
All right, thank you. So the two things. You do the get data from Excel workbook. Once it is done, you come here, make sure that the relationship is all fine, VLOOKUPs are fine, and then you are ready to go. You come here. I just do one thing for you so that you understand. I mean, quick one, just to make sure that today's session is you love it. I'll come here, and what I'll do is that let me take this GL amount. Okay, one more thing. Here I see the entry number is showing as a summation. Summation means the number, which is not a good thing. Means if I go to the table view and in the GL table, the entry number, which is the line number, since it was a number type, that's why it has made this summation automatically. Summation means summarize it. So whenever you will analyze the data, it will summarize this field. You don't want to do that. Okay, amount summarization is fine. That's good. You want to see the total sum of amount by month, by quarter, by territory. But you don't want to do summarization on this one. For that, if you click this entry number field, on top, there is an option called summarization. Now this thing Power BI has automatically done because it's a decimal number, right? Since it is a decimal number, Power BI is thinking that, oh, you will need summarization. So it has already added this summarization. But what you can do is click here and you say that, no, don't summarize it. So what it will do is it will change. Just notice here, this summarization symbol will go off. So now it is fine. When you say that don't summarize, it's done. So now all looks okay. Here, one more thing, year in the calendar. What happened was the year, it found that it is a whole number data type. So Power BI is thinking that you will need the summarization. No, sorry, I don't need. I will say don't summarize this year also is not a, it will work, but why to keep it as a kind of something which is not right. So I will remove the summarization from account number and the year. Now the data looks good, or the columns look good, very good. So I'll come back to the data file. And so I'll say that, okay, amount. Just click the amount here. See, if I click the amount here, it's showing me one big graph, right? But this is showing me the entire sum of 246 million, entire sum of the amount. Doesn't make any sense. Now what I can do is that first thing is that let me filter it for sales amount. So for that, what I can do is that if you remember the table chart of account, let me go back to this. So it is always good to have a look your data and remember what are the columns, what makes sense. Like, for example, the chart of account table. Always have a look. Okay, report is the type, balance sheet, and profit and loss. So I can always click here on the filter. Okay, here I can see there are three types of the column called report. Adjusting, balance sheet, profit and loss, right? Not a problem. Then class is a bigger class, assets, interest and tax, operating account, trading account on the very high level. Coming back to this subclass 2, I have adjusting, current assets, current liability, sales and distribution, right? Cost of sales. So at this level, I have a detailed, lower level of the account description. Okay, 210 is a profit and loss type. It is a trading account, which is a class, but subclass is sales, and subclass 2 is also sales. It can be further divided into many subclass and product category or whatever. So I can use this subclass 2 to say that I just want to see only amount of the GL which belongs to sales. So that means I come back to this one and there is something called filter. So what I'll do is this total GL amount, which is automatically it has summed up as a 246 million. This one, okay, before that, let me just show you other visualization. This is by default, it has given me this bar chart, column cluster in a column chart. So this column chart of this total amount, how it has done, if you click this down arrow, automatically it has done sum. So what it is doing is the sum of this amount, presenting it as a column chart, right? This is the default one. There are other things, average, minimum, maximum, median, standard variation, all those things. But by default, it is doing sum. And by default, it is using this. Now, what I can do is that instead of this display, I just want to see as a card. So if I click this visualization, 25 million. The whole thing is now displayed as a figure. If I click here as a table, so 24,640,000. It was in this case, the card case, it was rounding off, right? I'll tell you these details later on. What I'm saying, same figure, this is the amount field which has been used in the field. Now it depends how you want to display, whether you want to display it as a chart, whether you want to display it as a number, whether you want to display it as a matrix table like this. There are different ways of representing same data. The column remains same, the field name remains same, data remains same. The only way of displaying is changing based on to this visualization, right? So coming back, let's say I used it as a column chart, which is 24.64 million, and I want to restrict it to sales data. So I know that in the chart of account, subclass 2 was the field where I found that sales is mentioned, the category. So it will restrict. I break this one to filter here on this page, filter on this visual. So this visual, I want to filter with this subclass 2. Now this subclass 2, it is showing me all these subclass 2. What I'll do is I'll say that just filter it for sales amount. Now the entire thing is now showing me 17 million. Previously it was 24.64 million. Now this one, same thing is now restricted to show only those GL amount which belongs to sales account in the chart of account. It has restricted filtering that amount with this. Now this entire 17 billion, I can say that, okay, just give me by country. So click here. So now US is 5 million, New Zealand 2.6 million, then 2.39 million Germany, right? 2 million Australia, 2 million France, UK 1.65, Canada 1.25 million. Breakdown. So now you see here, the value remains amount, but in the axis, which is this x-axis, the country has been used. And it is showing in this fashion. Same thing, what you can do is, okay, let me just delete this one and say, show it by region. North America, Europe, and Oceania. Right. And within this North America, Europe, and Oceania, I say legend, bring the country in the legend. So North America, these 2 countries. Europe, these 3 countries. So this is how you don't worry about that you are not understanding. No need to understand. Just see the flavor of this, what it is doing. So this is where you will be mastering onto that all these visualization type all these fields and trying to make your reports. This is what the next couple of weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, you will be getting into. And of course, the formatting, color chart, and all this, that is fine. So our intention is getting the data in the Power BI and trying to understand the different types of the visualization with those data. First thing is that. Then we will get into the more complex, the very important component of our course is DAX formula. There is something called DAX, data analysis expression. That is something makes your reporting very, very, very powerful. And you have to learn DAX formula. That is where you will get the leverage of, or you will get advantage of Power BI helping you in your day-to-day life in getting very complex reports, right? So what I will do right now is that in the WhatsApp group, let me first share the GL file, Excel file, so that you can download it into your local desktop. Just have a look on your WhatsApp group, GL data file, and try to download there in your desktop. Once you are done, just let me know. And import it into Power BI. That also you do. This is a step which you have seen today. Just download this Excel file, keep it somewhere, make it your own folder proper in the document, Power BI course, something like that. Put it there, and then open your Power BI and import it there. Yeah, thanks for no problem. I hope that you understood. So tomorrow is a bit difficult for me. I have some appointment already and some meetings. So we are going to meet next Saturday, and then Saturday and Sunday, every week, Saturday and Sunday at the same time, 10 a.m. So I will just drop me, I will put my email ID and send your email ID. No class tomorrow. Send your email ID to me so that whatever the meeting invites, it will be in your calendar. I will send it to you. Okay, so thank you guys. See you next Saturday. If you have anything, you can always ping me on the WhatsApp group.